Discipline, consequences, and boundaries. These can all sound like bad parenting words. You might hear these words and immediately think these words mean things like spanking, yelling, threatening your children. Often in the past, discipline meant physical punishments, revoking privileges, or sending your children away from you in their time of need. Hit your sister? No TV for a week. Don't sit nicely at the dinner table? Go put your nose in the corner. Do these sound familiar? Disobey your mother's requests? Go upstairs, it's time for a spanking. These are methods that most of us were raised with. This approach to discipline may feel like it's effective in the short term because the child stops the behavior in that moment when the discipline is happening. However, research shows us that it does not create the long-term behavioral change that you are probably looking for. There's a few reasons why these traditional methods don't work well in the long term. First, consequences that are not related to the behavior are easy for the child to forget. For example, Sally doesn't get TV time for a week because she hit her sister. She likely will remember being angry about not having TV time, being upset with her parents, and how unfair this felt for her. But she's not as likely to remember why the TV time or screen time was taken away in the first place because it's not related to her behavior. The second reason it doesn't work is because it doesn't get to the root cause of the behavior. For example, Sally hit her sister because her sister didn't share a toy and Sally was mad. Taking away TV time for a week does not teach Sally new ways to cope with this mad feeling in her body. The next time she is mad, she still doesn't have the tools to cope with this feeling. Even though she may not hit her sister, she now calls her sister mean names, throws a toy at her, and does other challenging behaviors. Her parents feel stuck and take away another privilege, but she still doesn't know how to handle that feeling of anger. And third, punishment can actually teach your children the wrong skills. For example, Sally continues name-calling, hitting her sister, and her parents have tried yelling at her, spanking her, taking away her favorite toys and her favorite activities. The thing is that Sally learns how to act from her parents. The spanking taught her that she could hit others when she was upset with them or didn't like their actions. The yelling at her taught her to yell at her sister when she was mad. The threats taught her to threaten her sister when her sister wouldn't share a toy or wouldn't do the thing that Sally wanted her to do. Though her parents are desperately trying to stop Sally's behavior, they've just reinforced everything they don't want Sally to do. You may be asking yourself, so now what? Do we just forgo all punishment? Is there no consequences for my kids if they hit their sister or they engage in challenging behaviors? This is where many people get gentle parenting mixed up with permissive parenting. The definition of discipline means to teach and to guide our children. We want to show our children what they can do instead of focusing only on the behavior we don't want to see. So, you're probably thinking, this sounds great, but where do I even begin? Consequences are an important tool. The next time you want to enforce a consequence with your child, keep the 3 R's of gentle discipline in mind. These were created by Jane Nelson all the way back in 1985 and hold true today. Respectful. Remember, standing in front of you is a human being who's struggling and who needs your help. Take a moment to breathe, calm your own reaction before disciplining your child. Your child likely already knows they did something wrong. Adding shame or yelling lessens the likelihood they're actually going to learn from the lesson you're trying to teach them. Because if we shame them or if we yell on them, they're going to be more focused on disappointing you than understanding the impact of their actions, which is what we want to do. Reasonable. A consequence should be a task that's developmentally appropriate for your child. For example, just last night, my 2-year-old hit my arm during a tantrum, making me spill coffee all over myself. A reasonable consequence was to sit with her until she had calmed down from her tantrum, and then get her to help me clean up the spilled coffee from the floor together. It would not be reasonable to expect a 2-year-old to clean the entire mess by herself or to put this demand on her while she's having a tantrum, because she wouldn't be able to understand my request. Finally, related. A consequence should be related to the behavior. In the example of taking away Sally's TV time, this was not related to her behavior. Sally would quickly forget why she had the TV time taken away to begin with, and only focus on how mad she is about no TV. A better consequence would have been taking space from her sister. Once she is calm, she could brainstorm with her sister how she can repair their relationship with her. She could write her sister a letter, she could apologize, or she could do something kind for her sister. This would help her notice the impact of her actions. Gentle parenting and consequences, this is just one small piece, and this is a great way to start if you want to make a simple switch that will connect you and bring you deeper in relationship with your child and actually work in the long term. If you want to learn more about this type of discipline that is effective and boost your child's self-esteem while bringing you closer into a relationship with them for the long term, check out our free masterclass. It'll be in the description below, and you can learn so much more about gentle parenting and effective discipline. Bye!